right. Hello, Pippins. I'm back. I got lots of Oracle cards. Lots. I'm here for fun here. I fixed my table. Yes, I did. I fixed the table. I'm so excited. I'm going to move the table a little closer to kind of go with the camera a little better here. Oh, Lord. Okay. There's a lot on this table going on. Okay. All right. I'm going to give this a little time here. All right, I'm going to get an energy check here. Figure I might as well have a cool looking table. Oh, hi, Aman. How are you doing? I'm just chilling over here. You want to? Oh, I'm good. I'm really good. I had a decent day at work for once. When you level up and your energy gets higher and stuff like that, you always, I guess, attract more positive energy. So I'm doing good. Oh, like Alaska threw up on us. It's a lot of snow. Chong has not been able to go for a decent walk for a while, and I just feel bad for all the animals, I guess. I mean, they might freeze to death in the weather over here in Ohio. It's crazy. It's like literally like the North Pole just came and Santa Claus brought all the snow. It's crazy. So yeah. But I did get him on some cards, and I am a medium. I don't know if I ever told you that. I do. I channel dead people. That's how I know all of my stuff. So if you want to, I don't know, if you want a oracle reading or something, that's my strong point is oracle reading. So let me know. I do a couple tears just to get a check. And the upcoming with Ahmed. Can you check if he is the one for me? Oh my god, I have so many oracle cards about that. I know he has a strong connection. I have so many. I feel like he's a divine masculine. And I have so many cards here. I really do. I have so many. All right, I'm just going to get just pull a couple oracles and put it on here. And then just get these divine masculine, divine feminine cards. And I have all these going. I went crazy. All right, we got death. Oh boy. All right. Well, that death isn't always terrible. It's just could be it's new beginnings too. Just don't. I mean, just because the terrace is death, death is new beginnings and endings also. And then we got the Queen of Cups, a new beginning, and then the Queen of Cups, which I'm thinking is you. And then I'll get some oracle cards on it. See, I'm trying to make my game a little better these days. There's a lot of good readers out there. And then the Nine of Wands in reverse for you guys. I like to just pull 3 tarots. Okay. Let me get my love cards out for your Ahmed. You've been with him for a while. I remember your energy with him. We have a strong connection. He is the same zodiac sign as well. Oh, yeah. I know that you've been on here asking about him before. Not that I'm judging. I'm not. You guys been together a while, as I guess we're getting at. So, which is okay. I guess let's see. I've seen these readers do these do these things. If he could speak now, what his shadow would say. And I've been trying to study up on this stuff too. We had a split for a while. Okay, then these are the right cards for you. I got all kinds of divine masculine and divine feminine cards, like what they would say in the spirit. All right, we got the death card, which is here. This is the short meaning is endings and new beginnings. You are being called to let go of what no longer serves you and make way to new growth for transformation. Sometimes for someone to come back, you got to let go. I learned this lesson very hard. And it took a lot of stuff here. Oh, yeah, it will. Oh, yeah, so does mine. 11 years and he walked out and cheated on me. Trust me. I get it. And now he's sorry. So it is what it is. I'm just sovereign. I went through my dark night of the soul and I'm just over it. And it took a while, but I got there. But you got the Queen of Cups with your love situation too. And this talks about here. I had to get these beginner ones because there's so many different divining meetings of these. I know it's going to take me like 6 months to learn all these. And then it says emotional intelligence and empathy. You have a deep understanding of your own emotions and those of others, and you are a compassionate and nurturing presence. That would be you. And then we got the Nine of Wands reverse on this relationship. And okay. Okay, the readers say whatever the meaning is, it would be in reverse. It'd be perseverance and resilience. You have been through a lot of challenges, but you are still standing and ready to face whatever comes your way, which is this is reverse, so you're taking a break. The tarot is pretty much saying you're on a break. So let's see what Ahmed would say if he was speaking with us today. All right, and these are just little cards here that the spirit speaks through, because I do talk to dead people, and then it's my ancestors closest to the sun, pretty much, not any kind of dark entities or deities, the ones that are fully enlightened that's been protecting me through all of my voyages, all of them. All right, let me shuffle these really good and see what he would say since you're in this death cycle. You do have to. I mean, you don't. I'm not saying you have to like go sovereign and just say the hell with them, but you have to at some point just go inward, heal, and I feel you have. I really do. And once you go inward and heal, that's when things start taking place a little bit better. And then there's more chance of getting back together or just getting a cycle moving. It makes it not so stagnant when you're holding it in place. So let's see here. I'm just pulling this. All right. Okay, you got two of them. Oh, geez. Oh my God, they just flew out too. Ahmed must be watching your social media now. Jesus. Oh, holy Jesus. Okay. Anyways, we got I want to make amends. I don't know if you could see that. I hate when readers do this and you can't see the cards. Okay, we got I want to make amends. And then we got, oh my God, do you see this? I am recovering. I feel he's doing some spiritual work. I could go deeper in this too. We're going to grab some divinative meanings. And then I'm gonna go grab another deck to kind of get deeper of where he's at. You know what I mean? Oh, he is. I feel his energy. Oh yeah. I mean, I think the only reason is because when I went through my dark night of the soul, the thing is, Aman, is I decided since my relatives like died in many wars and I had a cursed lineage where nobody healed, I healed my entire bloodline. My dark night of the soul was about 2 months long. And I was processing wounds from from warriors that watched their friends die and stuff. After in 2 months it wasn't even my own pain. And I've died twice and came back, and I think this is why I see the dead people all the time. The dead people tell me that Aman is watching you. Aman thinks of you, and he's not with anybody. Surprisingly, I don't see a third party. So I really don't. I think he's just kind of with himself, which is good. He's healing. And then I put, oh my God, the glare on this. If I move this here, it's I can't be with you. Right. And this is just right now. He's healing. He's in a dark night of the soul. When you're in the dark night of the soul, Aman, you want to be alone. You don't. It's not because you want to be. It's not because you're necessarily with anybody. It's just you want to be alone to get your thoughts together. I was like that. I just wanted to be alone for 2 months. So, and then he has this I miss seeing you. This is what he would say if he was here. He's trying to be the best he can be. Well, let's pull some more cards. Okay. I have lots of cards, lots of them. The dead people said he just over there doing his internal work, internal healing. Because if he doesn't do his healing, he's not going to come back the best person you really want him to be, I guess. Is what I is what's coming to me. So, 'cause you just don't want that. All right. Let's try these dandelion ones. I mean, we'll see what the dead say. Let's see what the dead say. The dead people always have they're always on the case. So let's see here. Let's go here. They seem to, and I tell you, the dead people, they're always watching. They watch us all the time. I've actually tuned into one of your ancestors because today I just decided instead of just dealing with my ancestors, I might as well just invite everybody's as long as they're decent. And you seem to have some decent ancestors. I'm seeing a lady, oh geez, she's, I want to say about 5'1" or 5'2" height. She has long dark hair and she has dark brown eyes. And she always had a nickname for you. She's telling me it was Beautiful One or something like that. And she would always make you food and stuff. And oh, what the hell are you doing? All right, this is what my dog does through every reading. I don't know if you can see him. He likes to walk all over the bed until I get to my new house. But anyways, but yeah, she wants to tell you. She used to make like little foods for you all the time when you came home, and she always told you to be strong and not to be so dependent on life. Be independent. She wants you to always be an independent woman, from what I'm gathering here. So, yeah. I guess she never was totally independent in her life, but she wants you to be independent. She wants you to know that Ahmed will be there when Ahmed is. And if Ahmed's not there, she said it's okay. He'll have someone else, but Ahmed's working on himself. She's telling me. But, all right, you got kindred. You're kindred spirits, you and your grandma, and so are you and Ahmed, she's telling me. And honestly, she knows more about Ahmed than I do. I mean, my spirit guides watch me. Your spirit guides watch you. So that's all there is to that. All right, let me see here. Let's see what Grandma says. I mean, sometimes it's easier just to locate your ancestors through these readings. I've decided that's why I got all these cards with the dead people. So I figured, why not? Since I see them every day, I'm like the sixth sense over here. She wants to give you some here, some like little things here. All right, she got appearance. I guess there's something about his appearance you like. They always speak in riddles. There's something about his appearance, how he appears to you, and how he captures your heart. So, and she wants me to let you know that he doesn't mean any harm, but he has inner demons. Ego. She's telling me ego. There's a lot of ego. And the thing is, it's not good to be with somebody with that is ego driven until he kind of heals himself. She's telling me he's not a bad person, but he hasn't healed. And she said she wishes she was make you some food because it always made you feel better when you came home from school. Grandmas are always making food for people. They really are. Always making a pot of something. She said like she'd make a pot of stew or something for dinner all the time. And she said you'd always look cute in your little dresses when you were younger too. I guess you wore a lot of cute little dresses when you were younger. I was a tomboy myself. All right, then you got service. She told me that you live a life of service and you always serve towards other people, but she said sometimes you got to service yourself. That's what she's telling me. And it says we work together. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, she's telling me sometimes it's better to service yourself and put yourself first. And you never put yourself first, she's telling me. And Ahmed is just a little bit overbearing at times, she's telling me. So she says to kind of let him do him type thing. And see what happens. But she wants you to let go of the connection and kind of work on yourself. She says you're the wounded healer, she's telling me. You're an empath. And I was a wounded empath. I will tell you that. And I listened to Carl Jung and I became totally integrated. And I had to become totally sovereign. So, and I will tell you, it's the hardest thing in the world to do for an empath to put their feelings aside and let things that don't service them go inward and start that emotional. It's like you for so many years, your grandmother's telling me you have sat there and took things and healed people, but you haven't healed yourself. And the thing is it took me 50 years to do this. And once you do that, you're going to see, you're going to come in your full power. And Achmed might not want to be with you because he might want that part of you that just kind of, absorbs his energy and doesn't give back. But your grandma says you need to work on integrating all your inner shadow. And I recommend Carl Jung videos. That's how I did it. I did it in 4 months. I'm sovereign. I don't let anybody in my energy, Achmed, not one person in my energy. And I see what I guess suits me. And I give what I want to give. And if somebody doesn't meet me where I'm at, I let it go. And that's what your grandmother wants you to do because she wants you to be a fully integrated empath, not a wounded empath. That's what she's telling me. And then she got you survive. She wants you to survive through your journey because you are a light worker. That is what she's telling me. And I got messages from heaven. I'm not going to stop here. I got more of these. My spirit guides have told me I need to get all these different oracle because I am an oracle reader. I'm not a regular tarot reader. I don't do gossip. I don't care if somebody stole a car. I don't care about this stuff. These is stuff in the mundane world. I care about helping people and helping people heal themselves on the inside, not all this superficial stuff. All right, let's get messages from heaven from grandmother. She says, tears cleanse the soul. That's what she's telling me. She says, let your tears fall because God is with you. Call upon God as you do it. Ask God to help you become integrated. And like I said, if you need to, just start listening to Carl Jung videos. He actually studied empaths in the 1920s, and he's actually a leader in his field. And he's the one that helped me get to where I'm at. And he can get you, and then you can level up, and then you can start communicating to spirit, and you might be able to see dead people, and then you maybe be able to do oracle readings. I don't know. And she has more messages for you too. She's a very resilient woman. I think she told me she used to go to school a lot, go to church a lot. She said, I have a new understanding. Okay. I guess when she died, she kind of was in a traditional marriage, she's telling me. So, but yeah, she was in a traditional marriage, and she told me to tell you that through this traditional marriage, she lost herself, and she was an empath herself. And she never got to integrate herself, and she never got to share her skills. All she got to do was just help you guys. And she always never done for herself. And in death, now that she's closer to God, she kind of regrets that, and she don't want that life for you. And she said Achmed right now doesn't suit you the way he is. She said maybe in the future, just not now. She wants you to have boundaries. She says you and Achmed don't have boundaries. And then oh God, I even can't make this up. And then it says, believe in yourself, you can do it. This is what she's telling you. You make it up. You watch me just get the card as I'm talking about what she's saying. She believes in you, and she says nobody has fully integrated. And she says this Achmed has narcissist ways at times. He's very controlling. He controls the narrative. And look up some narcissist videos. Look them up. I did. So, and she told me that she was controlled by a narcissist, but she kind of let people just kind of let it go because she didn't have a good job, and she was well taken care of, but she wishes she could have done more. Then we got here. Oh, I can't even make this up. I grabbed another one. All right, we got I am here helping you. She's actually there. She's there when you go to sleep. She told me if you see a feather, just and a white bird of any sorts, it's like in a white feather, she's there. And she's always watching over you, and she always checks in on at nighttime on you because you're one of the empathic people in your family, and you're supposed to be a light worker, she says. Also, so I would suggest get you start looking up Carl Jung videos and start doing this whole path of integration, and don't worry about this Ahmed and worry about your spiritual path, because in the end it doesn't, things that don't serve you, they will, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't love you, but yeah, I'll get you next. I'm not saying he doesn't love you, but the thing is does he know how to truly love you where you're free? And would he I guess embrace the free you that wants different freedoms? That's really the big question to ask. And maybe once you start doing the inner healing, some things that you thought were the most important things to you won't be. And they were, and for me, it was like that. I don't know what I did with my pop. Oh, here it is. But yeah, so sometimes getting married isn't always the best option with the wrong person. Just because you want to get married, I mean, you will eventually, everyone gets married, trust me. But sometimes it's better to get yourself together. How are you supposed to raise a strong divine feminine if you're weak? That's the thing. You cannot get a divine masculine unless you are a divine feminine. And if you're not in your power, you're not going to be attracting these divine masculines. You're just going to get people, you're going to get nice narcissists, and simply put. I'm not saying they're going to be mean, they're going to take care of you, but they're going to have narcissistic tendencies. And does that really suit you, I guess? It's just food for thought. You will find somebody. God told me himself, yeah, through this my dark night of the soul and absorbing all this damn energy, God had to come in and save me because I had people sending demons after me. My ex was doing black magic on me, and I had to have God protect me and the archangels. So it was a horrifying experience for me. And my cycle just finally effing ended, and I am so excited because he cannot get in my energy. He cannot send me any demons, and their karma just started. Karma can be a bitch. Oh, yes, it can. So, and it wasn't even me. It was all that damn dark magic spell work, and I just did nothing. I stayed silent, and I got nothing but just nothing but black magic for months. That's why I was doing videos, because I was tired and God was protecting me. But God told me to come out, and my divine mission is to help people heal. This is what he wants me to do. So this is what I'm going to do. And since I see dead people, I got cards just for this now. So, all right. Yes, karma's around the corner, and it is a temporary effect. It is. It is, but you know what? At least he knows, and at least I'm going. God tells me in April, I'm going to find a divine masculine now that I kind of let him go. Either he's going to show up stronger, or I'm going to find someone new. But April is, I guess, when I'm supposed to find a divine masculine. But you get a bigger, you can literally talk to God. And I'm not talking about just prayer and hoping you talk to God. Once you do this inner work, you literally can tap in and just talk to God through conscience. And it rocks. If you want to ask God a question, it just comes in your head. And being a empath, when you totally integrate, this is some of the abilities you get, Amon. So I'm just telling you some of the perks, and you never know which abilities you have. You might talk to dead people too. God might want you to help people. Once you go through a lot of pain and stuff, He might want you to help other people in this manner. You just never know. This is what God wants me to do, is He wants me to help wounded healers. And He wants to help me heal people that's in a lot of pain from lost love. This is my path. It's not gossip, Tara. So I just got me a bunch of cards so I can do my thing. I did get stuff for toxic relationships, because I do get people with that have a lot of toxic, like narcissist relationships, and sometimes I gotta decipher what's going on in their life. But other than that, I got a lot of oracle cards. But well, you got to go inward. You got to let go of this man. For one, let him go on his journey. You got to be silent, and you got to go inward. And I would just listen. I listened to Carl Jung for like 2 months. I still listen to him. I was getting a lot of mind projections, but I went inward and I did everything what the Carl Jung thing said, because I'm a medical person. So I relate it better through psychology. It makes more sense to me through psychology itself. So that's what I did. I listened. It was like going to a psychiatrist. So, I mean, I would be his patient, and I would try to pay big money to see him if he was alive. But they have all of his case studies, and I'm a member. And sometimes if I doubt my path, I still watch them. And it's really good for empaths to watch. So if you want to start your journey, start it with there, or just start looking up stuff on empathic and integrating into integration with being an empath. And there's other books also. But I just did the videos. It's easier. It's like going to a psychiatrist. They're sometimes 2 hours long. It explains everything you need to know about divine masculine and divine feminine, and everything you need to do to unlock your abilities so you can talk to God and all this stuff. And it really is cool. It really is the coolest thing I've ever done in my life, and I wish I'd have done it sooner, but they said that everything happens in divine timing. And this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get that message out. So this is what I do. I go take care of the old people that like to torture me and ask me where I've been, and that I come here. And they all love me because of me being even though I'm integrated, I'm still an empath. I'm just an integrated empath. I just select what energy I give out and absorb. And I want to give my wisdom, because you know what? I'm sovereign. I'm waiting to April to see what happens with this divine masculine, and I kind of like this path. So you're gonna get a lot of those kind of videos on this channel. I'm gonna do a lot of I've been taping, because I got this tablet for $1,000 tablet for free, because I told them I was on YouTube. And I pre-tape collective oracle readings. I've been doing that every day. So, and I've been trying to come over here and go live too, so I can reach out. So, I'm going to be doing pre-tape daily. I'm going to try to do daily collective. It's hard to do in the weekend because I seem to live at work, and work likes me there all the time. But I don't want to be there all the time. So that it is what it is there. So I know today I got off early. Tomorrow I'm going to see if I got time for a live, and then I'm going to try to do like collective videos. But I kind of want to reach out and reach the masses. Not right now. Your grandmother said he's not into a relationship right now and leave it be. Your grandmother tells you to heal. She says heal, and maybe when he's done healing and you're done healing, she says you mirror each other. She says whatever you're doing is mirroring him. So right now your grandmother's telling me that you're mirroring codependency on each other is what you're doing. And that's not going to help nobody. You're a mirror. Empaths are a mirror. They are an actual mirror. Whatever you're doing is what he's doing. So if you're obsessing, he's going to obsess and he's not going to heal. But if you're healing, he's going to heal. That's how this goes. So if you want to be that mirror that actually, well, I do want to help. This is the kind of reader I am. I just want to be helpful. I don't want to sit there and go 10 of swords, this, and that. I actually want to help. If you want, since you are a mirror back healing. And as you're healing, it's going to mirror it back and he's going to heal. And he's going to be a way better person. And then he is going to come back. And at that time, once you're sovereign, you have the choice to let him down nicely and not go with him at all, or take him back. It's up to you. Me personally, I've had black magic and demons and all this stuff put at my doorstep. I've had God and archangels saving me through months of torment. When mine comes to the door, I'm going to say, not today, Satan. And I've asked the universe and I've manifested another divine masculine. And he could stay there with his third party casting demons and entities. And I swear, and I subscribe to a lot of readers. And I like to know, because some readers are false. The ones that always want money and they don't want to help. They just want to do this and this. I'll ask a question, but I need money. But I listen to actual real readers that are legit. You know, that just, and a lot of them were saying the same thing every damn reading. And I was waking up and I was tired. My throat I was sick and everything. Oh, hello. How are you? But yeah. And it's like for months it was like this. And then finally, all these readers, because I was a healing empath, I didn't know all this. And the other readers said I was a part of the tribe because I elevated to a higher frequency. And they're the ones that picked up on it. And then after a while, when I elevated, I picked up on it. I was like, OMG, are you serious? I was like, please, Lord Jesus, help me. And that was it. And I don't want to ever see him again. I don't care if he's healed. I wish him well. Now he has a devil attachment to him. They've been doing so much black magic and there's been so much trickle back. He got some kind of attachment to him. I don't even want him in my house. If he shows up at my front door, I'm not answering it. And it stays locked. And I asked for the key back. So I am really, really good. But Ackerman is not this toxic as mine. I have been to hell and back, and that's probably why I homed on so many skills. I was strong. I got a dragon spirit. I'm strong as hell. And I wasn't taking no shit. So, and I'm trying to empower other divine feminines and divine masculines, because this fight, isn't just end or start with me. This is an everyday event in everyone's life. These damn demons everywhere. And they do try to attach themselves to you, and it's for no damn good reason. And I got to warn people about it. I've been through hell and back, and I got to warn people, and I'm going to warn them on live, and I'm going to start doing just different oracle readings. Thank God I could see dead people, or I'd be having problems about now. I'm not about to have a devil attachment on me. I won't. But let me see if there's another question. Okay, Therma. All right. Oh, yeah, it was intense. It was intense. This is why I have not been live. He was stalking me. And when I say stalking me, they had my picture and they were stalking me in social media. I had to tape. I ended up getting that tablet for free, that $1,000 tablet, and that's what I was living off of because my spirit guides told me not to go live. They told me not to do it. So my cycle ended on 111. And he cannot, him or the third party cannot send any more magic to me. My borders are locked out. He cannot tap into my energy, even though it's some kind of false twin flame. He cannot tap into me. He cannot send nothing to me. Nothing can be done. We have hit the death cycle. And I said, thank God, holy Jesus, because I'm not opening this cycle again. I'm done. I don't care if it was 11 years, I'm done. And I like the new me. I like my new abilities. I like to be able to connect to source quick, and I like to be able to connect to ancestors quick and other people's ancestors. And I think everyone should connect their ancestors. And think the dead's, I feel the deceased people's voices that care about their loved ones should have their voice. It's one of my passions because just because you're dead doesn't mean you don't have an opinion. It's just not everyone sees the dead. Since I can, why not? So this is what I do now. Oh yeah, I'm glad it's over with too. And I feel better. They said when the cycle was completely over, I would be leveled up, I'd be more empowered, and I would be way better. And I am. I'm better, I'm stronger in every way, shape, or form. And I want to make sure no more divine masculines or divine feminines have to ever go through what I had to endure ever. And that's it. I listen to a lot of oracle readers that talk about the 3D and behind the veil. And I see behind the veil. I see behind the veil every day. I do. I even was in my room and I swear just out of nowhere. And I'm a horror writer. I read, and I write a lot of things and things don't scare me. I look in the mirror and I just seen this devilish looking entity, and I wasn't scared. I was like, what the hell was that? I'm not scared of it. I knew it was it was that third party projecting herself because I remember it clear as day when he was cheating on me for a while. I stopped having sex with him altogether because I knew something was up. I just kind of saved up my money and got ready to roll and ready for him to go out and close him out of my life and him to go with that. But I just remember clear as day. He brought home this amulet thing. And I'm into crystals, yeah, but God made crystals. That's why there's crystal caves, yada, yada, yada. But he had this, it was circle and it was gold. And it was around his neck and it made me feel really weird. I go, what is that? It feels awful, the energy in that. And I asked him if he believed in God and he told me no. And I go, and this was a man that used to have the rosary. And I was like, okay. And then he had this thing and he goes, oh, I only believe in frequencies. And it was golden. I was like, I never seen anything like that. And all the readers were picking up that he got the attachment from a cursed gift. So, and ever since he put that gold necklace that was round and all that, I never felt right about the situation. So I never went near him. I just went ahead, took the money, and cleared up, the accounts and this and that, and went about my merry old way. God told me not to worry about it, so I didn't. And I think that was where he kind of was the beginning and the end of selling a soul. And you know what? I mean, it's a free universe. If you want to sell your soul to a devilish woman and her attachments, go right ahead. They wanted to make me the sacrificial. They want to sacrifice me for and manifest off my divine energy. I had to fight for my divine energy. They ain't getting me. I come from a military family. I sat here, Chong. I got pee pads up in here. So the day when he was outside, or I felt like a lot of disturbances outside, he went on his puppy pads, and it's winter anyways. It's snowy and everything, and I'm not trying to get out there in the snow and fall and kill myself with the ice and stuff because it was been really icy. So we just walked around the apartment building, and it was all over money, all over my inheritance. He wanted to self-sacrifice me and shit, and I was and I don't know, it was one of the worst and good times of my life. I connected to my ancestors big time, big love with my ancestors, but it was like a constant fight, and thank God they're fighters because they fought when I couldn't fight. So it was like we're all fighting, but I'm glad I can hold my own now, and I can service you guys a lot better. And instead of just telling you gossip news and this and that, I can actually give you good wisdom and bring in your ancestors. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was all about money. And then all the readers, I didn't have anything to do. God told me to stay solitude and stay under the radar. So I did. And I was listening to the readers. And a lot of times, some I seen were fake, some weren't. And the reading was that third party. He left because she promised money, and she was she did divinities with the tarot, and like people would go to her and pay for things and pay for her manifesting things and stuff. She wanted my divine angel energy to sacrifice me so they can manifest money. Hail to the no. Money is, you don't die with it, for one. And that's it. No one taking my soul for that bullshit. And people pay for this. So I did learn through my journey, though. You guys, if you want to manifest something, don't let anybody perform any kind of rituals on you. Don't. You go straight to source. You pray. Do not ask anyone to do it. Do not give your energy to a reader. Do not give your energy to anybody. And if you feel uncomfortable around a reader, you feel like she's tapping or feeding off your energy, get away. Maybe wear some holy talismans or whatever you need to do, because readers can tap in your energy. I could feel your guys' energy, but I'm harmless. I'm like a Care Bear over here. There's some of these people are vultures. I'm not saying they all are. There's good ones out there. But if they want your money, they're talking about this or that. All manifestations come from God and the universe only. It comes from source. And if they're taking your energy to manifest, be certain they're not using all of that for your wish. They're maybe taking 70 or 80% and using 20% for your wish. And that's not cool. So, yeah, it is. And I realized through my journey there's some shady readers out there. This is why I don't like to charge. I come straight from source. So source doesn't like people being taken advantage of. So I'm not going to tell you guys I can tell you guys how to manifest, but I'm not going to do it for you because it's not my place. It's not. And that's what everyone, I think some of these guys, some of these fake readers, they're like energy vampires, except they know occult things. I know occult things too, but I don't use them. I would never use them because it's occult things. Anybody can know occult things. Pick up a book. But is it good? No. Can it hurt people? Yes. So, yeah, if you guys want to manifest things, do it on your own through prayer or just meditation. Don't ever have anybody do that, because if you have divine energy or just any energy, they can feed off that. You don't want that. You don't want that in your life. I've been fighting off demon energy vampires, covert narcissists for months, and I'm just glad they all leaving me the hell alone. Because I'm standing firm with not today, Satan. And that's it. All I'm manifesting is my dad's funeral, because he's been dead since April. My sister's husband and my sister died. He's holding my dad's ashes. And this is April, and we're talking almost a year he's been holding these damn ashes. Finally, his house is being taken care of, and I'm just trying to get these ashes. I'm manifesting a funeral, and they was holding that back with all their demonic energy. So maybe this was divine timing. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to be fully awakened as an empath and be integrated before it happened. I don't know. But this funeral's going down. If I gotta manifest all day and literally throw holy water at everybody, this it's going down. So I'm so glad this cycle's over. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss too, Amon. Or Thermal. Do you want me to channel your loved one? I could do that for you. I don't know if it's too soon to channel your loved one. I could do that. Let me know. I have no problem with it. I'm gonna go have my little vape thing. But yeah, they have guidebook for read cards. See, this is so cool. This book I got with my cards, The Beloved Dead. I paid like $30 for this thing. But yeah, if you guys want any more oracle readings, let me know. Oh, there's a whole page on these. Oh my God, if you guys even want to go deeper in your reading, like there's a whole entire page on this stuff. On each divine thing. I might go I'm thinking about using these cards in some of the videos I make with this expensive ass tablet that I got for free. Because these are pretty cool. Sometimes I like to read the pages, but I don't like to do it on live because I figure I waste your guys' time. Okay. All right. Well, exactly who would you like me? I didn't read the entire conversation. I don't like to get in people's conversations. It seemed, you guys were talking with one another. But yeah. Put who you want, what your question is. And who is the person, and I can have my mother go grab that person. She's really good at grabbing people she's the reason I'm here. So let me know who the person is, and I will have my mother go grab her. Oh, I am so going to use this book in my taped reading later. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is wonderful. This was worth the $30. All those cards came with this really cool book. I get excited over little things. I need to get a life at some point. But yeah. All right. Could you ask my friend Craig if it was spur of the moment? He died a few years back. Okay. You want to talk to Craig. All right. Let me pull Tara. 3 tarot cards on this. I don't know. I find it more. I've been researching all these different tarot people, like Tarotverse and stuff, and just like different readers. And I like the Tarotverse's style, but I can't totally. He does a lot, just all heavy tarot. And then I like this other one that does oracles, so I kind of put their styles together. And I feel it works for me better. It seems like every tarot card reader has their own strength and everything. It's a really hard profession to really go in because you got to go deep. You got to do all this spiritual work just to be able to, honestly, to be able to do anything. It took me months to get completely accurate because I need to do all this inner healing. So, look, I actually got a shuffle. Look at that. Okay, let's see about here. Craig. All right, Mom's going to get Craig, and I'm pulling Tara on him. Oh, we got a reverse 10 of Pentacles on the event of his death. See, death does not bother me. It really doesn't. Oh my God, the sun is in reverse. What the heck was going on with him? All right, let me see here. Oh, Page of Pentacles in reverse. I guess I'm just going to go with it. It is about a time of a death and talking about his death, so it would kind of all be in reverse. So this kind of makes a lot of sense. All right, the 7 of Pentacles. The short meaning is patience and growth. You have been working hard towards a long-term goal, and now taking a step back to access your progress and adjust your strategy. All right, he was working on a project. And he did not get patience and growth. It was some kind of project where I feel it was work related. I don't know. That's what's coming to me. And then he got the sun in reverse at the time of his death also. And this is joy, positivity, vitality. You are experiencing time of happiness and abundance, so enjoy the moment. This is in reverse, so there was no joy when he died. Oh, well, that's not good. And then we got the Ace of Pentacles. And this is exploration and learning. You are beginning a new venture or project, one eager to learn and explore all of that it has to offer. Okay, that's in reverse too, so that's the opposite of all that. He didn't get to explore and learn something with this project. Wow. All right, let's dig deep in this one. All right, let's see here. Maybe I'll try to do tarot on this here. The hidden truth. Is this what just here? Okay, this is divine here. And this is just for the dead. All right. All right, we're just going to do a tarot on him on the time of his death. All right. And then after I figure out this whole event in here, and then we'll talk to this man. All right, tell me about his death, the ancestors. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, let's see what falls out. King of Pentacles, short meaning, wealth and stability you have achieved. Definitely was a work project. I'm going to put that there. The past is easy to find because he's already passed on, so that timeline is there to do. And then we got the Two of Pentacles at the time of his death, balance and adaptability. He's juggling multiple priorities. I want to say accident. Accident's coming to my head, but I kind of want to clarify with Tara. Then we got Knight of Wands and upright. This is action and adventure. You are daring and passionate, and you are not afraid to take risks and achieve your goals. He was taking a lot of risks. There's a lot of risk in whatever the work he was doing. That's what I'm picking up. Now, let me see what other card I get here. Three of Pentacles in reverse. All right, we got celebration and teamwork. You are working with others to achieve a common goal and are recognizing the value of each other's contribution. And that's in reverse. Whatever he was doing, somehow he didn't get credit for his work. And I don't know, I'm picking up deceit of some sort. The energy feels really stale and deceitful, almost heartbreaking. I don't know, it just feels really heartbreaking for some damn reason here. Let me fan the. Oh, this one just flew out. Okay, the moon. That makes a lot of sense. We got illusion and uncertainty. You may be facing hidden fears or emotions that need to be brought to the surface and addressed. You went into the moon where it's a lot of illusion. After working on this project, it must have been a hell of a project. And I got no recognition for it. Strange. Alright, let's see here. Okay, this fell out. In reverse. Alright, we got it. Burden and responsibility may be feeling overwhelmed by the weight of your responsibilities and need to delegate, to ask for help. And it's in reverse. He did not ask for help from some kind of work project. I don't know. I'm feeling accident from a work project. It makes no sense. And then that Ace of Wands fell out. And it's not in reverse. Thank goodness. Inspiration and new opportunities. You are being called to take action, to seize the moment. All right, he's taking a lot of burdens and he has to take action. I feel he wasn't getting a lot of sleep. Maybe this had something to do with him not sleeping and making some kind of mistake with this work. What the hell kind of work did he do? Or maybe it was a secret work? I don't know. Okay. Now we got the World in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And the World in reverse is completion and fulfillment. You have reached a major milestone, ready to move on to the next phase of your journey. And that's in reverse. He was not able to move the next phase of his journey. I feel that's when something happened. There was like a final moment where he took his last breath and it was just done. And then this Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. And this talks about mastery and skill building, and you are dedicating yourself to having Oh, honing your craft and becoming expert in your field. And that's in reverse. Something went wrong with something he was working on. And his world just literally collapsed because I think that's when he took his last breath. Some kind of hobby, a project. Maybe he fell or there was some kind of accident. I don't know. I don't feel it was suicide or sickness. I'm not picking that up. And then we got the Page of Wands here. And this is exploration, discovery. You are embarking on a new journey to self-discovery and personal growth. Right. He was embarking on a thing of personal growth. And there's a Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Nurturing and abundance. You are a natural caregiver whose values, comfort, and stability are able to provide for those in your care. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles was either, I don't know, I want to say a lover or just someone he really liked a lot. I don't know. Then he had Wheel of Fortune here. And then cycles of change and transformation. You are entering a period of growth and evolution, so be open to new opportunities. There was him and this queen. I feel like there was a girl he was attached to. I don't know if this was it. Oh, okay. That we never knew. Okay, maybe this is bringing me to the after. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like something happened with some project. Like it went wrong and somehow maybe he slipped or had an accident, fell over it, something. It was something with this project. I don't know. It's so weird. Then we got the Knight of Pentacles. Responsibility and dependability. You are diligent and reliable and are willing to put in hard work required to achieve your goals. He did achieve goals with this work, but it's something where his death imputed around this work. I don't know if it ended up with an accident. I don't feel deceit. I just feel something happened where something fell. He wasn't careful with whatever project he was doing. I don't know. It's weird. And then the Five of Cups in reverse. It says you may be grieving a recent loss or feeling let down by someone you trusted. Focus on healing and self-care. And this is here where he's grieving but not healing all at the same time. So he's grieving and not healing. There's something around this damn project. I really hope this project didn't kill him. Then the King of Wands in reverse. Leadership and vision. You are confident, charismatic, and capable of inspiring others to follow your lead. Alright, and this is in reverse. Alright, he didn't have proper leadership in whatever this is, or any confidence. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, is he an engineer or something? I feel like there was an accident around this project. Weird. And then they got the Ace of Swords and upright. And this is clarity and insight. You are gaining a new perspective and the clarity to cut through confusion and uncertainty. He was doing that. I feel like this project had something to do with the Queen of Pentacles. I just feel like he kept going and going and he wasn't getting sleep. Something's getting, I don't know, something's in my head about he didn't sleep and he fell asleep at the wrong time and something happened. I don't know, maybe behind a wheel or something was on and he fell asleep because he wasn't sleeping. I don't know. That's what's in my mind. Something about not sleeping was half of the problem of his death. Then short meaning, manifestation, and this is the Ace Pentacles again. And then that was the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of swords and aces in his last. He was really trying to get this money to this Queen of Pentacles. Really trying. It almost makes me cry. It makes me want to tear up. Manifestation and material abundance are on the cargo of a new venture opportunity that has the potential to bring a financial and material prosperity. He's really gung ho on this project. And the Hierophant, oh God. He's really trying to move it along here. Seeking guidance and wisdom from a higher power or authority figure. You may be called to follow tradition or establish rules. I feel it had something within the marriage where he felt that outcomes where he had to have more money to, I guess, from what I'm getting from it, a father-in-law or something. And he wanted to prove himself. So he was killing himself with this. And he was making a lot of errors in this project, and it was the death of him. He either had an accident from it or it was something like that, but he was really trying to get this money to the Queen of Pentacles. This is all around the Queen of Pentacles. This Wheel of Fortune, all that, both of these center around them too. Then you got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And this talks about hardship and poverty. You may be experiencing financial or emotional hardship and feeling left out in the cold. But this is upside down. So they were not in hardship and poverty, but he was still feeling in the cold. He felt out in the cold with this Hierophant, and I want to say that's her father. He was making him feel like shit. I guess he was being a bunch of, I guess, a little bit of an a-hole to him. So he was trying his best, and he was making careless mistakes, you know. You don't get any sleep and all that, you could fall downstairs. If you're tired enough, if you're not paying attention, you're not careful, you can die many ways. Let's find out here. Sometimes you got to find this. The Magician. Oh, God. In reverse. All right, we got manifesting your dreams through focus, intention, and action. You have the tools you need to succeed, so believe in yourself and take action. But it's in reverse. He did not believe in himself. He did manifest, but he did not have the tools he needed to manifest. And he was trying to manifest. And his energy was really low. And he kind of had a low vibration at the time because this Hierophant over here. I don't know. I feel like a lower vibration attachment tried to get to him at some point. I'm picking up. You know, one that gives you self-doubt and sucks your energy. And he was manifesting and thought he was manifesting God. But he didn't quite get God. He got one of those imitators. All right, let's go deeper in this. All right, then we got Five of Swords in reverse for the story of his death here. And this says conflict and defeat. You may be dealing with a difficult conflict or feeling defeated by a recent loss or setback. Upside down, this means you're still got the conflict, but not the defeat. And he was dealing with conflict, and he did have a difficult time, and he was defeated by loss or a setback. But he wasn't defeated, he just had this loss in him. And I think it was something he felt he wasn't doing. I'm picking up. Oh my god, the High Priestess in reverse. What the heck is this? There may be hidden knowledge or secrets that will be revealed to you if you listen closely to your inner voice. And that's in reverse. So his inner voice was in his third eye was being blocked. I feel like something attached themselves to him when he was so tired worrying about this Queen of Pentacles, and he wanted money, and he was manifesting money. And really, money is the worst thing you can manifest. I don't know. Am I making any damn sense? Okay. Okay. I've been in. I want to say it was something with. I'm not allowed to say the word, but suicide. Read between the lines. I can't say the whole word or this video will be taken off of YouTube. But yeah. I will just say suicide. Because they will take the video off. I want to say it's something like that. It's such a stagnant. It's stagnant as hell, this energy. Then we got the Three of Wands. Thank God that's up front. Progress and expansion. Your hard work is paying off, and you are starting to see results. His work was seeing results. Thank God. Thank the Lord Jesus. All right, let's see what else was going on before he passed away. At the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Generosity and charity. You are in a position to give back to others and to share your abundance with those who need it. It is in reverse. So he was very generous, but he didn't have enough to give to charity. And he was not in an abundance to give to others or share abundance. And this really bothered him and put him in a very bad state. I want to say he had one of these low-level demons kind of put to him, where these guys just try to plant self-doubt and stuff in your head. They try to get you to, end your, what. And anyways, these demons do this a lot. Sometimes before I evolved, I had one of these things that was trying to attach to me too. And I wanted to end it too. That's what it's kind of the energy's making me feel. Something I've experienced when I was, before I fully got to what I needed to do. Then the short meaning, the Lovers is in reverse. This talks about finding harmony and balance between opposites. You may be faced with a choice that requires you to listen to your heart. There's no harmony and balance with his heart chakra. He felt like he wasn't good enough for the Queen of Pentacles. I'll tell you that. I feel that in that energy. And it's sad because she loved him so much. I feel the love. And we got the Hangman. Oh, God. It's very stagnant energy. Jeez. Surrendering and letting go of control. You may need to look at things from a different perspective and embrace a new way of thinking. This was in the upright, but he's in the hangman position. I don't know. I think he may have ended his own. This is what the feeling I'm getting. Oh my God. Death. The next, it just flew out. I can't even make this up. It says, endings and new beginnings. You are being called to let go of no longer serves you and make way for growth and transformation. I feel that God tried to get a hold of him because this is in reverse before things happen where he offed himself. That's what I'm getting. And he didn't take the offer. God wanted him to let go of his self-doubt, which would have been his demons, and have new growth and transformation. He was trying to save him, but he let down that offer. Never let down God when he's trying to help you. In my time of need, I said, what's our plan, God? He never did that. Not everybody does. Then we got the 5 of Wands in reverse. Oh, God. This talks about competition and conflict. You may be focusing obstacles or dealing with rivals who are standing in the way of your goals. And here it means he has a competition and conflict, but no one's standing in his goals since it's upside down. He always felt a competition and conflict with everybody, and I feel that everybody told him everything was okay, but he didn't believe it. He just kept going and kept going and kept going. This is the kind of energy I have. It's like almost like a broken record, and everybody was sad about it all. Oh my God, 7 of Swords. Here we go. Jeez, 7 of Swords on top of everything else. All right, and this is a deception and trickery. You or somebody may be engaging in deceptive behavior or hiding their true intention. Reversed, this means there is deception, but not trickery. And it means that he was engaging in behavior that was deceptive, hiding his true intentions of being. And I don't think it was anything negative against you guys. I think it was just he was depressed thinking about, offing himself. That's what I'm getting. It was more like a self-sacrifice thing, and he kind of was trying to plot his last day. Very sad. Jesus. All right, let's go deeper in this. Then we got 7 of Wands. And we got, this is upright. Thank God. It says defensiveness and resilience you are facing challenges and obstacles, but you are determined to stand your ground and defend your position. Who's defensive to you guys? See, he's over here. He's like holding his wand, like, hey, well, what y'all doing here? He was just holding his wand up all the time, and everybody's like, what are you doing? I don't understand. That's what's getting at my head with you guys. But in his head, he had the moon, all the self-doubt demon attached to him, and he was like, oh, hell no. Then he got 6 of Swords in reverse. And this is transition and progress. You are moving away from a difficult situation towards a more positive and peaceful one. This is in reverse, mind you. So it means he's going through a transition, but he's not moving away from a difficult situation. He's going into a transition of going right into a difficult situation towards a more negative energy and not a peaceful place. This is what this means in reverse. That's another good card in reverse, especially for the subject. All right, and then these 3 came out, so we'll just take it. Okay. Got 6 of Wands in reverse, Judgment, and the Star. All right, 6 of Wands. We'll go with this first. Victory and recognition. Your hard work and perseverance have paid off. You are being recognized for your achievements. In reverse, this means you are getting recognition, but not for your hard work. And it has not paid off. And you're being recognized for your achievements, but not in a good way. Then you got Judgment. And Judgment simply just means awakening and rebirth. You are being called to rise above the mistakes and to start anew. The mistakes of not trusting source and self. Then you got the Star upright, and this is hope, inspiration, and renewal. You are on the right path. Have faith. The universe is guiding you towards your dream. This is when the divine came in with Judgment and these 3 cards here. Yeah, you see here, this is the divine. They came in on Judgment trying to tell him he's overthinking and he just needed to chill out with his family and the Queen of Wands and relax. Let's see what happens after that. There's always another chapter. Oh, another chapter here. And we got the Chariot. This is fast moving towards whatever destiny or path you choose. And this just means overcoming obstacles and achieving your victory that you want through determination and willpower. You're in control of your own destiny. The divine stepped in right here with these 3 cards and tried to stop this event. But we all have our free will. Unfortunately, for good or for bad, we have it. And he came in with this damn chariot and said, I'm off, and that's it. I'm not being shown how he did it, but he did it. But I'll tell you, he's at peace now. So that's what I got on that. But the divine did take him, and that attachment just gave him self-doubt, and it's gone. It did not follow him in the afterlife. That I could promise you. If you want, we can channel him and get some messages from him if you like. Because one tarot reader insisted I have the devil attachment, but I don't believe it. Oh, yeah, I can check. I will tell you, if you feel like demons and curses and all that only exist if you believe it. That's it. If you mention things and you mention the name of God if you mention the name of God and you embody God and you give the light, they cannot attach to you. You would literally have to revoke God to do that. All you gotta do is pray, and you get holy water. You can make your own holy water. I don't know if you guys knew this. I do this all the time. I told my friend about it, and she does it all the time now. You just take maybe one of these, like I got one of these bottles that you put liquor in, the fancy ones, and I put tap water in it. I put it by the window so it gets the sun and the moon, and I pray over it. And I found this out from a priest because during COVID, everybody was not getting the last rites. Being Catholic, being Roman Catholic, of course, I kind of knew a little bit of the ritual for the last rites, and I told the priest, I go, I'm Roman Catholic. I'm doing all these damn stuff. I was like, when are you guys gonna be allowed in this damn room? And he goes, well, I'm so glad you did it. I was like, I'm not a priest. I didn't go to damn seminary school. I didn't say that. I didn't be doing that by the priest, but I was saying that in my head. But he told me, I just put it by the window to get the sun and the moon. So I just want you guys to know that you can do that. But demon, I will check on your demon attachment. But they only can attach to you if you answer and revoke God. So that reader is false if you are a divine person that believes in the God Almighty. However you embody him, if it's through Hinduism or whatever, if you believe in the light, the darkness cannot exist inside of you at all. And this is just true facts. The light, because God is the light, and if you worship the light, the darkness cannot fall upon you at all. This is why these demons that were sent to me were returned back to center, because they went through all this trouble to do all this stuff to me, and now they have all this horrible karma, lost a lot of their shit, because I only respond to the light. I do not respond to the darkness. I have a bunch of holy water that I make myself. But I'm going to go check on that for you. I'm going to find out if you're a light worker. Because don't read too much into it. Don't read into these scare tactics. Believe in God. Don't believe in these other things. And these other people that are talking crazy hooba juba over here. So, let's go. Okay, this is the Divine Feminine one. Alright. I have these God cards here. Hang on. Let me get the Angel God if you're a healer. So some of these, depending on what these guys are kind of focusing their energy to, I will tell you that some of these guys they think they're answering to somebody positive, and sometimes it's not. Because if it's not positive and it's not with light, I don't vibe with it. The hell. All right. I gotta pop it. Walgreens. All right, let's get the divinity cards out for ya. They have nice angel numbers and just a lot of stuff that can help you out. But yeah, just make yourself some holy water and start praying, and literally just say, in the name of Jesus, if I have a demon attachment or whatever, I embody only Jesus and God or whatever. I only embody the light. That's all you got to say. Because I don't like to get into so much organized religion, because not everybody's Catholic. I get it. Being a Catholic, I know this. I absolutely know this. So, all right. You may be with the name. Oh, yeah. I mean, I just believe in the light. I believe that God embodies all religions. I just understand. Oh my God, Sean, all my cards are here. Would you stop putting your paws all over on my cards? You're knocking them over. Okay, Chong, you're knocking over all of my cards. There's so many other spots in the bed you can go. You go in the one spot where all the cards are at. Okay, I guess he's lessing the cards. He's licking them. But yeah, just as long as you embody light, no, nothing dark can do that. And so many people lower their vibration. They lower it, and all these entities can just walk on through. They love when you're drunk or under the influence. That's their favorite. It really is. It's their ultimate favorite. So this is why I don't like to do that. They do. They just come in. They come in and they can attach yourself through like lustful acts and just a lot of stuff. This is why I try not to even really have sex with people that are just what I don't like. Because you never know. Sometimes they can use sex magic against you and stuff. It's like, no, thank you. Not today, Satan. This is what I say. All right, for your demon attachment, I got activation. And it says your divine blueprint is being activated, awakening dormant potentials and spiritual gifts. What is hidden is now rising into conscious embodiment, allowing you to fulfill a higher purpose. You're being activated for something. Then you got intuition 111. Divine guidance flows through you with increased clarity. But like any sacred instrument, your intuition sharpens with practice and attention. Listen closely, for the veil is thinner than you imagine. See these angel wings? It is very thin. God and the veil itself is listening to us now. The veil is like Scooby Doo with fog. You could cut it and they say hello. That's how thin the veil is. I see it every day. So yeah, you don't want to be doing any kind of crazy stuff. You say something, they hear it because it's not like it's this big door. You just don't see it. And so just remember that. Then you got surrender. And this talks about release your need to control the outcome. Surrender is not powerlessness, but the sacred recognition that you are intricately connected to a higher intelligence, one that flows through you, not a part of you. And pretty much in that oracle, he wants to make sure that you're always connected to source. You're never not connected to source, because this is when things slip through and bad things can happen, and bad things can attach themselves, and we have free will. And God can only intercede as much as if you want them to. So if you let things that give you self-doubt all the time and you say you deny God, he has to go away. And why anybody would want him to go away, I don't know. It's crazy talk. Then you got restraint. Clear your heart and mind before making important decisions. Acting hastily from negative states can lead to regretful actions. This pretty much is saying that your heart's not all clear, and your mind doesn't have clarity before you're making your important decisions. You got to clear it so you're not just doing stuff with your heart that might be giving you a bad result. And your mind also. You look at it from a sovereign point of view. So you don't want to do anything that's going to bring you to a bad outcome. Sometimes just being silent and observing something, especially if it's dark around an area, it's like if there's a low level demon, but if you are open and you go, you know what, I kind of feel weird about a situation, I'm going to go over here, have a good day. That's what you do. You practice your discernment, and this realm there is a lot of beings that surround us, and some of them are good, some of them are not good, but you choose who you want to engage with. You can engage with good or engage with bad, but they'll trick you. I'm not seeing any, but I'm seeing my mom's telling me that there's energy vampires around you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, it can mean like through the veil that's looking at you, and it could be people. So you got to start protecting your energy. So, that's my mom's, but no devil attachment. But yeah, you got to start just using your discernment and protecting that energy, and always asking for divine guidance if you have this, because God is the word. That's it. Oh, okay. There's a couple. There's always energy vampires. There's always going to be energy vampires in your life, because your light is very bright. You're like a light bulb. And they see this. And they want some of this light, because they didn't put the work to connect to source, to actually give a crap, to do anything that's worth a damn. And you did. You're connected to source, and you're loving on good, you're loving on God, and just all the good happy things. So, and they want that, but they don't want to do that work. And there's a lot of energy vampires. You can go to the store and see like 20 or 30 of them. They can't approach you if you embody the light. And if you're in mind and heart with the light, and intentions of the light with your mind and heart, that's when you get to all this. And then they got to go away. And then you just say, "Not today, Satan." That's what I do. If I don't think anybody embodies the light and they're around me, I just say, "Not today, Satan." And a lot of times they won't approach you. They won't. But you can't dance with the devil. And some of these energy vampires, they dance with the devil and they lose their light. And that's how they lost it and became energy vampires, mind you. But yeah, that's what happens. So let's see what else you got here. Let me see if you're a light worker. All right, what are you called to be doing? To have this kind of conversation, you're called to be doing something in the world. You got ascension. Oh God. The higher consciousness wants you to be in ascension. It says your consciousness is expanded, allowing you to see beyond veils of illusion. As you rise to higher levels of awareness, remember that ascension is not about escaping the world, but transforming within it. All right, there we go. God wants to let you know about ascension. You have not ascended, I'm being told. To ascend is to totally give up to God. And when you do, you raise your vibration and you feel different. Your whole body vibrates different. And you have not done that yet. And then you got forgiven. And this talks about the weight of pain and resentment cannot flow where you are going. Are you ready to release the past and rise into your next becoming? Let go and allow sacred renewal to unfold. You're harboring pain and resentment that are holding you back from ascending. Interesting. I mean, sometimes things we love, they got to go away. Past loves, sometimes things that aren't suiting us are stopping us from ascending. Just saying. Let me see else what you got. You got connections. And this means your energy is aligning with others who walk in similar frequencies. Expect connections and encounters that feel expansive and mutually empowering. Okay, you got inner healing going on in here. You're getting close to an ascension and you're making connections. Keep going because God wants you to ascend. And once you ascend, nobody can touch you. You're untouchable once you ascend. I will tell you that. Oh, it's the hardest thing in the world letting go. What you talking about? I had to let go of a whole relationship of 11 years because he got attached to a demon. It's the hardest thing. It's going to break your heart. You're going to feel like your heart's bleeding. But what's the better good? How does it suit your purpose? I guess that's what you got to remember. They're not the persons that are suffering. You are. Sometimes you got to give up that sacrifice of the lower vibrations to go to a higher one. It's like going to the store and getting cheaper food, and then you got that whole option of really good food, but you got to stop getting the other food. What do you choose, the good food or the bad food? So I guess, I don't know, I like to compare things to food. I don't know why. I'm weird like that. But you got friend, and then I'll read this one to you in your journey. Maybe this is helpful to you. And there's a little golden key and a feather. Maybe feather is, I guess, relevant. Have you seen feathers around? Like while you're walking down the street, possibly a feather. Maybe that could be God letting you know he's there. I don't know. Sometimes when I see feathers, I know my mother's there. Sometimes that's how spirit actually, will not let you know they're there because they're not there no more. So, you know, it could be a relative or whatever, but I don't know. Something significant with these feathers. Watch for feathers. And it says, you are not alone, whether in the spiritual realm or in the physical realm. A true friend is entering or already present in your life, offering compassion and support. You already got a friend. And you have one in the astral realm. And they're ready for you to send. That's all I know. Let's see what else here. You got to be a light giver. You haven't went through your path yet for the ascension. Then you got despair. Oh God, you're in despair. All right, see, look at you. You're contemplating with all your bright light. All right, you got losing touch with your divine nature can cause you to be overwhelmed with heavy emotions. Through the outer world may seem to be the cause. These dense energies are often the echo of inner disconnection from your sacred self. You're feeling moments of despair. And, God's just trying to let you know to center yourself, ground yourself, and don't be overwhelmed by the heavy emotions. That's a test. As much as the dark it gets tested, so does the light. Sometimes the light gets tested more than the dark. Dark, lower entities don't really get tested as much as lighter entities because light outshines dark. So going through a test. Oh God, disappointment. Oh geez. You got disappointment. And this is not every plan unfolds as expected, and sometimes the outcome brings disappointment. Resist the pull of negative emotions. Instead, reflect on the issues that are being offered. All right, well, the angels are telling you, the divine beings, angels, however you want to resonate with it, are letting you know that when things that disappoint you come, instead of getting all angry, reflect, be silent, go within, and think of the lesson. And it won't be as disappointing as you make it out to be. And the lesson, I know, can tear your damn heart apart, but it is what it is. Then you got distraction. So, all right. Into her car. Oh, okay. You guys are talking to each other. All right. Then you got distraction. And then this is, which negative influences are draining you of your life force? Decide whether they are really worthy of your attention or if they are better ways to use your time. That's another one for you guys. Distractions take away from everything, honestly. If you're trying to be a content creator, if you're trying to be the best mom, if you're trying to be a better cook, you get too many distractions, you're not going to get anything done. So, I mean, just try to not have distractions. I mean, we're all in a journey. I'm still in a journey. Just because I ascended doesn't mean I'm not learning. I got to look up birth charts and find out what exact things I unlocked, and then I got to learn about those, and I got to learn about other things, and after that I got to learn about other things, and then it's yet another. Life is one learning journey, folks. That's why we need each other. We need to be each other's tribe. We do. We all need to be one tribe. That's the way it was always supposed to be. Then you got manifestation. You got 1111. Oh, see? Distractions are the devil's playground. If someone can distract you all the time, they'll stop you from inner healing. If someone can distract you, they can stop you from having better work productivity. I get distractions all the time at work when I'm trying to get my charting done when I'm at the nursing home. I literally got to put firm boundaries and tell my coworkers, I got to chart because you are not the one that's going to be in trouble for not charting, and that's it. And the distractions take away from your purpose, and if they distract you enough, you never go forward. I mean, that's their whole thing. And if that's what they're going to do, and that's their power move, distraction, how powerful are they really? If they can't come at you with full force and strong and put you in your place, but they can distract you, it's like, ooh, you can cause a distraction. Can you hurt me? No. They can only distract and make you weak and then take over when you're weak. You know, angelic beings, which when you ascend, you'll be more angelic and you'll be more in that God ascended, vibe. You could fuck shit up, but you cannot do it. And this is how these deities and deities of the lower energies, that's how they work. They try to get you in low energy so they could say, hey, you're like me. No, don't be like them. Yeah, fuck them. I mean, what good are they to you? They do nothing to you. They do nothing that helps anything except bring people down, tear down families, tear down people's careers. I mean, and then in another lifetime, you got to learn your lesson again. That's all that happens. But you got manifestation, guys, 111. This is, you are in a season of accelerated manifestation where your desires and intentions are taking form in the physical world. Choose your words and thoughts wisely, for they are shaping your reality faster than ever. Look for 1111. You guys are going to start getting signs from the divine to start manifesting. Start manifesting these positive, happy things. So, enemy and then try to attack me energetically. Oh, yeah. Well, I would suggest. Oh my God, I'm trying to think. I would suggest the purple stone, the purple crystal. That actually helps. That and quartz, because quartz will help. Well, it'll help take your energy, and when it helps take your energy, it kind of takes it and amplifies it, and it'll put like a little like shield around you, just the clear quartz. And then the purple one is good for protection and for psychic stuff. So you'll be able to see some of this stuff, and your crystal will absorb it. And if you guys are doing the holy water, put it on your, just take water. If you want to have one with a top, put it on your window with the, and it stays there for the moon and the sun, and you pray over it a little bit. You have holy water, and start putting your crystals in it. If you feel like you got to cleanse your crystals, in this way you're not taking the energy in. All that energy is going into the crystal. All these here absorb negative stuff. I use rose quartz because it promotes love a lot. I use a green crystal here. Green crystals are good, and I got a little Buddha. I like the Buddha. But I got a green crystal here. And sometimes I put it in my holy water because it cleans it. Because sometimes you don't need those energies that are unclean around you. They will make you stagnant, and they will. They absolutely will. So start wearing like crystals, or if you don't like wearing crystals, put them in your pocket. Put them in your car. Some people like to put crystals and hang them in their car. You know, I mean, not everybody wears crystals. I get it. Who wants to always wear, so. All right. All right, and then I got love for you guys. Are you having your conversation? I don't want to interrupt your conversation. It is your true purpose to love and be loved, for love is the divine force that connects all of creation. Whether you are seeking love or nurturing it, remember that it begins from within yourself. So, you guys got love. Love yourself. We're here to love. Love and understanding, folks. Understand your life is a thing. That's why they always say forgive, but don't. You can forgive, but you don't have to forget. That's the thing. I always forgive, but do I forget? No, I don't. If somebody did something really horrible to me and nobody would forgive them, I forgive them for myself. I do not forgive them for me. I mean, I forgive for me. And for the other person, just to prove that I'm a divine being. But forgive. Forgive for yourself, and you don't have to forget. You don't have to take that person back. You don't have to be a part of that situation, even if it's terrible, but just let it go and forgive it. And if it doesn't serve you in your proper energy, you let it go and wish the best of luck and pray for it. Pray it finds light somewhere and say bye. That's all you can do. It's hard. It's terrible. It's hard, but what are you going to do? Sometimes life is terrible. So it is. It's terrible life sometimes, but life moves on. Moves on through all kinds of stuff here. Oh, that's fine. Hey, you know what? I'm very open. Just because I have a live stream doesn't mean I have to be the one in charge. We are here to socialize and have fun. I am not making an actual video. I'm just here to hang out with the Chong the dog family. That's it. You guys talk to each other. You do what? This is like a party chat here. I'm just putting up some cards and giving you guys divine stuff or just my moon cards to help you out with your life. Because in the Chong the dog family, I try to help as many people as I can. I don't have a big following. That I don't. And I'm okay with my small numbers. God says eventually I'll have more. But I'm okay with what I have. I'm not a greedy person, so you guys talk to each other because we all a part of the Chong the dog tribe. I want to say, because they always say when you ascend, you find your tribe. You guys are my tribe. I'm trying to just help enlighten you guys with as much insight as I can give you through your daily struggles. If I can help, I will help. If I can't help, I'm not God. There's some things I can't help with, there's some things I can. But this is why we're all need a tribe. Because I can't do all. And nobody can. I don't think I'd want to be the Almighty. That's a really hard job. All right, let's get another one. Divine timing. Oh, God, I just said this. Somebody must be working on divine timing here up in this chat. You are right on time. What is truly meant for you will arrive when you are ready to receive it in fullness. Do you not mistake stillness for stagnation? Maybe some of you are in stillness and you feel like you're in stagnation. I'm in stillness. I thought I was in stagnation, but I'm in stillness. I just kind of just go to work, come home, and I'm waiting on my dad's ashes, and I felt like I was in stagnation, but I'm sitting in stillness. And sitting in stillness, I connect with you guys online, my tribe. I guess you guys are my tribe because I hang out with dogs, my dog, and that's it. So, this is what I'm down to. But I got my tribe, and this is how we talk. But this is my stillness. But maybe you guys are thinking of stagnation. I don't know. It could be not. Maybe you guys are, maybe you guys are not. This is just food for thought. That's it. All right, I got miracles came up when I did this here. 777, if you guys are seeing any of those numbers. What once felt unreachable is now entering your field of reality. Stay in your frequency of trust and expect to witness the extraordinary made real. If you guys are seeing 777 out there, maybe things you've been really wishing for, you think might be a miracle, might come true for you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. Sometimes these things come in weird signals. The universe has a weird way. And we got a false light coming up for somebody. Oh, you lost your dad? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I lost my dad too. Everybody said I was damn dead. I didn't get to even see him before he died. I don't know. I'm going to probably televise the funeral. Honestly. I'm probably going to put it on YouTube because this is my diary. I know it sounds weird, but when I die, my kids will have access to the videos and all of stuff that I do. If my kids want to remember my voice, they will have access to my videos, and I will have my dad's 21 gun salute here on Chong the dog. And it's going to be a beautiful 21 gun salute. And I'm going through this thing of life with all of you or whoever follows. So far, my tribe's 1,420. We'll see how far these numbers go. If that's all the tribe I get in the world, it's all the tribe I need. But this is for my life. All right, then we got false light for somebody that needs to hear this. Be discerning, not for everything that appears radiant is of true light. There are energies that mimic the divine, seeking to lead you astray. That was somebody that needed to hear that. They are things that will try to mimic a divine being. This is true. This is all evident. This is very true. You think something's godly, and sometimes it's not. So, I don't know. Maybe someone's dealing with somebody that has a false light. This happens. There's a lot of things on this earth that try to mimic divine beings. So, yeah. This happens. It happens. Let's see what other messages the divine could give you guys. Knowledge. We got, you are being called to explore new ideas and seek knowledge that resonates with your soul's truth. This is a time of intellectual and spiritual awakening. Some of you Gargoyles going through some kind of awakening. And you're going to need to acquire knowledge. You know, there's knowledge out there. All kinds of knowledge. All kinds of it. Just don't get involved in knowledge of a false light. Do not. Try to tap into your ancestors and go on that journey to your higher self. And then go from there. And that is where you will find all the information that you need. Oh, look, you guys are all connecting. This is great. I'm glad that you guys are all connecting. This is what true connection means. Then we got truth for anybody who out there in the chat that needs to hear this. You are not here to conform, but to carry a unique frequency. When you silence your truth, you keep others comfortable. You dim the light that was meant to liberate. Speak what is real and true, and do not submit to others' illusions. Somebody was meant to hear that. Don't dim your light. Don't let anybody ever dim your light. People that dim your light are haters. Haters. Don't give in to the hate. Do not give in to hate, because hate just reads. Hate isn't good. I've had lots of haters recently, and they are not good. And then doubt we have. Some people worry about are doubting things. In times of doubt, there is clarity to be found within you. Sometimes you already know the answer, but the truth can be difficult to accept. The truth is always the hardest pill to swallow. That's why people don't like the truth. That's why they lie. They like to candy coat it because it hurts. The truth always hurts. Because we hide it from our shadows. When I was doing my shadow work, that's what hurt the most, was all the truths I was ignoring, trying to fix somebody or fix a situation. Take it how it resonates. That's what's coming through me and flowing. Doubt can stray you from your path, take you off your guided path. Just don't let yourself get involved in absorbing doubt. Doubt's very ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Alright, let's go on here. Negativity. Someone needs to hear clarification on negativity. So we got somebody that's negative. And advice on this is focus on the negative, maybe causing you to attract more negativity. Negative, well, that's scientific. If you're putting out negative, you're going to always attract negative. Positive attracts positive. But to ignite something, you need a negative and a positive. But I guess the most important thing is not to be negative until you get into that with all this. Like, and that's more empathic things. To go to the wounded healer, to an integrated empath, it's almost like you need something negative to ignite it, to like bring out your gift. But that's not for everybody. We're just going to focusing on the negative, maybe causing you to attract more negative. Redirect your focus towards what uplifts for your emotions, our powerful forces of creation. Whatever you think and you put out to universe is what you get back. So be careful what you're putting out. Like if you're constantly doing something negative, but you're putting out to universe, like, I don't know, you want a child. But you're always attracting negativity. Sometimes universe, the thing with universe is it's going to, your thoughts are there. They're always there. But let's say you're with, I don't know, Mr. X or Mrs. X. We'll just call Mrs. X or Mr. X, whatever. And the universe saying, oh, well, they keep saying they want a kid, but they keep going with this person. And they're going to answer your request. But you're going to have that child with Mr. X and have a miserable time when you could have been redirecting your thoughts positively and getting a more positive outcome on your mate or situation or however the situation is. Whatever you put out there, you're going to get. But what effect and cause is what you really got to think about. So before you put something out there, make sure it's something that maybe you really want to kind of what you want, and make sure you're with the person you want. Okay, here we got free will. That's the catalyst for everything. The devil's den here. You are a sovereign being, fully capable of directing your life with intention and clarity. The divine respects your power to choose, offering guidance but never interference. This is absolutely true. You know, if you were planning to do something horrible to somebody, I mean, I can't mention certain words, but if you were trying to do certain crimes, the divine can give you signs that this isn't good, but it cannot stop you from doing that crime. The thing is after you do the crime, you'll get the cause and effect, but the divine's always trying to tell you not to. But it's up to you to listen or not to listen. And a lot of people, after they did it after free will and enjoyed it, they think they're not going to get that tower, and you're going to get a tower. If you negatively affect other people's lives, you will get a damn tower. And when you get that tower, whatever you try to do to an innocent, especially a divine being, let's say somebody was divinely devoted to God and you did a horrible shit ton of things to them, to a divine being, you're going to get the same stuff you tried. It's going to bounce off and go back to sender. This is what happens. And this is why the divine will intervene and try to give you signs. And some people take it, some people don't. And then they get butthurt when they get hit with a tower. And it's like, what did you expect? This happens every day. Every day of everyone. I've seen towers go up in my life for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes the towers are there just until somebody gets arrested or whatever. Sometimes the towers are there just to give you enough despair to sit and think and do the right thing. Every tower is different. Towers could be karma. Towers are karma and Terra. Once you see a tower, you know someone's getting karma. That's exactly what they are. It's all it. It's just a lot of people doing negative things and not listening to the divine when they're intervening before this happens, telling you to stop. Those people want to do their own thing and they don't care about anything else. This is what happens in the world. Then you got fear. Fear is a very good subject. Fear distorts your actions, making you act from feelings of powerlessness and limitation. Recognize when you are acting from fear and consciously choose love instead. Now, fear, I know about this. Fear, I forgot, I think of Winston Churchill or something said it. There's nothing to fear from fear but fear itself. Fear is just getting into that vibration where you let your guards down. And to be fearless is really hard, and you got to program yourself. To be fearless, you got to look into the eyes of, depending on how far you are and how strong, like warriors got to look into the eyes of their prey. Well, they would be the prey, well, depending, because you're fighting. But you got to look into your prey's eyes and say F you. To be pure fearless, but that's for the stronger. But fear just kind of distracts you, it distorts your actions. And fear is what a lot of dark beings do. That's why they look scary. That's why these deities look the way they do. And they study you. They totally study you. If you say you're afraid of midgets, they will come to you as a midget and maybe have sharp teeth. Whatever you're afraid of is what they're going to come as. So you control the narrative with these deities. Before there's two things there's two reasons they're shapeshifters. Control the shape. Something dark comes at you and you know you fear things, pretend they're cotton candy. Say, ooh, I want you to be cotton candy. And they come in and they're going to turn into cotton candy because you control the narrative, and then you just stomp them down or throw some water and they're done. But they're going to they study you. They want to know what you truly fear. That's how dark entities win against good. That's really the secret. I mean, once you actually have mastered that skill of distorting your scary things to something not so scary and laughing it in the face, it's really not scary. Like if something comes at you looking all scary, and like if you're afraid of clowns and comes as a clown, change it. Just sit there and go, oh, a clown that's falling down a well and laughing. That's all you gotta do. You control the narrative with anything because they're coming at you as a shapeshifter, so you shift the reality around it. That is all you do. It's a skill that is atoned, and you really kind of got to get used to it. But yeah, you could do it. It just, you're powerful thinking, you're putting it out there, you're making it change shape. Then you got resistance for some of you that are experience resistance. It says be aware of subconscious resistance coming from deep within yourself. Are you resisting change through self sabotage? We all could self sabotage sometimes. Sometimes we're our own worst critic. I mean, sometimes I have done self sabotage myself out of something. I mean, it's never nothing huge, it's always something crazy. But sometimes I do small acts of self sabotage and I realize the action and I just stop it. Like, if you never think you're gonna win something, like it was at work. I never try to play the lottery or even put my tickets and stuff because I don't usually win anything. My people from my work said, "Oh, put the tickets in, you'll win some." I won this expensive slow cooker, and it's the first time I ever won anything. But I was resisting and I was self sabotaging, and maybe I might have, if I played the lottery once in a while, I might have won $20 or $30. I don't know. I may have been stopping myself from something good and not even knowing it. So, just food for thought. Food for thought. That's all. All right, then we got success. Some of you are going to have success up in here. This is your angels send good news of success on the horizon. Stay focused and you will soon see the rewards of your hard work. You guys are working hard on things. That's good. Working hard is good. Why not? We all gotta work sometime, right? So, I mean, I work hard for my money all the time. Then abundance. 888. Someone might be seeing 888. I don't know. Your willingness to resonate with abundance is the key to unlocking it. Trust in the limitless generosity of the universe, for what you desire is already making its way to you. There's abundance. If you're seeing 888, starting to go within, do the healing, and start loving yourself. Self love. If you love yourself, the universe is going to reward you, and you're going to get a lot of gifts from the universe. It comes from going within and self love. I had to go within to unlock a lot of shit that's going on in my life. That's good. So, you see repeated numbers? Maybe that's good. There's all kinds of repeated numbers. We had 111, 888. Maybe you're getting abundance, Amon. I mean, once you go within, you always get abundance. You will. And take baby steps. Baby steps. I've taken baby steps every single day to self healing and self love. It's taken me months, and I'm not fully there, but I'm enough there to where I'm at a higher frequency. But it may take me years to get to my highest frequency. I don't know. But am I beating myself about it up? No. At least I made it this far. That's what you got to be happy in your journey. Those little steps, you meet people and you connect through people. And you meet people that you thought you'd never meet through these baby steps of your healing. I would have never met you guys if I wasn't on a journey of healing. I mean, would have never started this channel if I wasn't on a journey of healing. The fact is that me and my son at one time, he had his girlfriend was toxic, and I didn't talk to him for 2 years, and I started this channel because I knew he would watch the videos. So in my voyage of self-healing, I started Chong the dog. And I used to call my dog Zach all the time. And this is how Chong the dog came about. And this is why I say it's just I mean, I don't know. Zach likes to think it's the log of my journey of life. And really it is in a lot of ways. And I've just met a lot of people, and I guess the numbers I attract are my friends or the haters or whatever. But it's a part of my story in this world. And when I leave and I'm born again, my kids the world will could have watched my videos like Ozzy. We will always watch his music. I always listen to his damn music. I love Ozzy. He left a big mark on the world. We all got to leave our mark, folks. So, all right, you're talking to somebody. Okay, I'm just making sure I get a comment if I need to get a comment and it's about me. All right, some of you are blessed here. And this blessed cards, you are surrounded by divine favor, blessed in ways seen and unknown. Know that you are cherished and supported by a higher power and step forward with unwavering faith. I mean, if you trust with a higher power and that's what you're putting your energy into, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get all the benefits of putting your energy to a higher power, which is the smartest power move anybody can make. I don't care what anybody says. And then we got action. All right, we got some swords going on here. The universe is ready to support you, but it requires your commitment. Now is the time to take decisive action and guide events in your favor. I mean, commit yourself to whatever you want. Obviously, as long as it's not negative, but think about what you want long and hard. And ask the universe to back you up. Ask the universe to give you some help. So back me up. I want to do this. I want to stay away from these energy vampires, universe. What are you going to do to help me? I need help. We all need help. These energy vampires everywhere. And then loss. And then we got through loss may feel like an ending. It is also a transformation that brings wisdom in the midst of sorrow. Even in pain, your soul is expanding and your journey is still unfolding in divine perfection. Loss shapes us. We lose things. We gain things. To grow, you must lose. Sometimes it's your lover, sometimes it's your career, sometimes it's just some kind of project that you love that wasn't suiting you anymore. Sometimes it's a friend. But we all must, to grow, we must all lose. It's just the way life. To get life, we must have death. So just think of it that way. It doesn't have to be an actual death either, folks. Then we got Unity 222. And this talks about you are stepping into a season of unity. Our relationships are flourishing and mutual understanding is taking root, except reconciliation, shared purpose, and meaningful collaboration. Guys might be collaborating with somebody. 222. Start looking at, I mean, if you see those numbers, maybe it's collaboration. Why not? Go out there in this big world and make a difference. Maybe it'll make a difference for the animals. Maybe you guys can bring humanity to a different level. All we're here to elevate humanity. Just so everybody knows. This is why we're here. This is why all this stuff is here. This is why we have organized religion. You know, the God, the light God, wants people on the right path to be united. Unity is the word on the street. And then we got blindness. I don't know, someone might have to hear this for some reason. Blind spots are unawareness may be interfering with your ability to see clarity. Call truth to the surface even if it disrupts your comfort, for clarity begins with willingness to see. There might be something in your life you love so much you just kind of look beyond the red flags. Could be a lover. I mean, it could be a friend. It could be anything. And you go, oh, they're doing this for this reason. They're doing this for that reason. But everybody tells you, no, they're doing it for that reason. But you love them so much, you're ignoring the narrative. Take it as it resonates. It happens. I did it for months. And then I just finally just walked away and let it go. But it could be just a project that you keep putting money and money and money. It could be a car that you keep working and let that car go to get a brand new one. It could be just simple as that also. It doesn't have to be words of life altering, is what I'm saying. So these things people just look too much into. It could just mean, you got this project with this old car, and maybe you and your husband and your son's over there fixing up this old car, and you got to keep buying parts that are a lot of money. Sometimes you may have to, and then you got to pay other stuff. You might have to let that car go. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it is what it is. So, all right. I'm going to unpack these cards up because Chong probably wants to go pee. Probably wants to poop too. And then he wants to eat his dinner. I've been cooking up food, and then I have this dog seasoning from the bark box I've been putting in with his meat. So, and I'm going to try to come back here for another live. Thank you guys for all your support. You are my rock. You're my tribe. You are all awesome. You really are. Oh, I'm glad I was of great help. I've been healing for God, I don't know, a long time. For months I've been in hibernation, hiding from damn demonic shit. And I just got tired of it and started kicking demonic things' asses, and my relatives helped me. But I felt like this should be the content. I feel that people go through these horrible events in their life, and I guess no one really explains these things. And since I see both the dead and the living, and I go beyond the veil, I feel that maybe I'm the person to bring enlightenment to this. I see these deities for what they are. When they come in my room, showing their ugly little face, I tell them, get the hell away from me. I'm like, not today, Satan. But sometimes people don't see this because I have the gift of seeing behind shadows. I can see somebody's mask from a million miles away. I've seen my lover's mask and knew was having sex with someone else, and yet he lied to my face. But this is the curse of the gift. And I thought to myself, since I can do this kind of things, possibly maybe I can help you guys with your life, because mine is going to be a sovereign path for a while, and I'm going to be alone, and I'm okay with it. But I don't feel alone with you guys. At least I have someone. I don't need somebody for my own personal validation. I don't. I don't really care if I have someone or don't have someone. I probably will eventually have someone, but I don't care either way. Oh, yes, they are. The betrayals are the damn worst. And the thing was, is when I walked away, 3 towers hit them. And then they got mad, and black magic was put across me. But I stayed silent, I stayed strong, and I stayed healing and kept my defenses up. And you know what? It was the worst and best time of my life. And I feel maybe I'm the only one that could give you resolution on this subject, because I don't think anybody went through as much as demonic attacks as I have. I guarantee no one did, because this is crazy what I had to go through. And now, and knowing the secrets of getting through a demonic attack, if you don't see them, I know how to protect you from them, because they're very harmless and they just like to act bigger than they are. They're just like that dog on the street that sounds really horrible and big and vicious. And when you see these deities, you're like, I was really afraid of that. Get the hell out of my way. But the fact is, you got to see them. And I trust me, these things that act like they're big and bad, they're not. They're just low energy that's guttural and nasty, and sometimes it smells stinky, because sometimes I could smell the spirit, and I'm just like, oh my god, what is wrong with you? And that's it, and I don't understand, and then that's like, ugh. But that's just me. So, and I figured, maybe this is my expertise. Tarotverse does love oracle readings. Maybe I should just stay with my dead people. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. So I'll probably do a lot of these, a lot of oracle for just getting your spiritual health up there, your health fitness, clearing those chakras and stuff, because you really need that for a spiritual fight. You don't go in you don't go into a football game with no battlefield planning. You don't put yourself out there and have all these energy demons with no kind of what am I going to do to attack them. You got to have something strategic, like a crystal, or have good manifestations and good thing. Oh, yes, we do. I always say rose quartz. Rose quartz I like because it promotes love, and it actually balances your heart chakra. Is this rose quartz? I get these on Amazon. I put the moon water, the holy water on it. I do every day, and I take these. I put some holy water, soak them, and I put them by light and stuff, and it helps balance my chakras. And rose quartz good for love, and nothing deters it. One of these nasty, smelly, low level things than love. They don't like love; it repulses them. They like dirty things. They do. They like dirty, smelly things that aren't strong. This is why they like to attach themselves to alcoholics, drug addicts, yada yada. The list goes on. And they bring them down to a level where they have nothing. And then they take over, and they have to go to these lengths because they can't handle somebody that has love. And if you want to control, I mean, I know sage is good too. You could sage yourself a little bit things of sage, but I like to ground myself with rose quartz. But if you feel like you're under a lot of spiritual attack, use the purple stone. That's good for psychic healing and stuff like that. And or you can have a purple stone and the rose quartz because you want your heart chakra to stay open. That's the thing. Because the more love you have and the more your heart chakra stays open, the better off you are. And these things will run from you like crazy. And they'll be like, I'm getting the hell away from a collective. Or I'm getting the hell away from this person, the Chung the dog family, because they run around in a circle. And they have all that love energy in there. And they'll never talk to you again. And you're thinking, well, thank God you were ugly and smelly anyways. That's the way I think of these things. So just keep it open up these heart chakras. And sometimes when I go to work, I don't know, it's like Vietnam over there. So I wear my rose quartz every day. And if you do that every day, it's not as bad. And they look nice. They match your sweaters. It's pink. It's you can get pale pink, and they're really pretty. You can put them around your house, and they just ground you nice, and they keep you from spiritual attacks. Because as long as your heart chakra is open, these attachments can't come near you, and they're cheap. You can get them on Amazon. It's just you have to soak them in the holy water and stuff, but I mean, it's better than having to deal with having something take you over and then you don't want to shower and you're acting crazy and they put you in a psych ward. Because this is what happens. I've dealt with demonic things at work when I was at the Cleveland Clinic. I used to sit with this girl and I guess, the medical community, they are real funny about everything. So I went and sat with her and she was saying crazy things at night and cutting herself and stuff. And she had a full out demon in her. And they had cameras next to her because her mom was being accused of cutting her up and she was cutting herself up in the hospital. And it would look at me and get nasty and stuff. And I'm like, I just read my book and be like, you just be about your business. In the name of Jesus, you better get out of that child. And I just kept reading. They're just nasty things. So sometimes you just got to stay at that higher level for them. And there's nothing to be scary about them. Everybody makes them out a big deal. The more energy you give them, the more they affect your life. The less energy you give them and tell them to F off, the more they're just going to leave and dislike you. So that's true facts. But I'm going to let you go because I'm going to probably got to eat. And Chong wants to go outside, so I'll probably do a video today before I go to bed. And then I'm going to try to do a live tomorrow. I am doing a 12-hour shift, though. I am going to try to come home and do a live at least for an hour. So, thank you. This was a lot of fun. I felt like I got out and did something. And I got to play with my new cards, so that's even better. Oh, you're really good. And I'll do it again. I got lots of Oracle cards. I have like $300 worth of Oracle cards here. I'm an Oracle reader that sees dead people. This is what I am. You see what you get. And I don't deal with these dead entities that are stagnant energy. I deal with the dead entities that are good energy, not nasty energy. Because I'm not trying to be up in that field. But I'm going to let you go. You guys have a great evening, and I'm going to probably hop on tomorrow. And I'll do more Oracle stuff for you guys. And I will see you later.
All right.